A very good afternoon to our viewers. MCL season 11. Season 11, match number 12. A very, very high octane match is on the cards. MCC Tigers versus MCC Thunders. Both the teams look very, very solid. Young, active players in action now. The Tigers have won the toss and elected to bat. The morning match was between MCC Avengers and MCC Stallions, where MCC Avengers got the better of Stallions very comfortably. But this match has the potential of going it to the wire, they say. MCC Tigers playing 11 are Vaibhav Naik, the wicketkeeper and captain, Shailendra Kudalkar, opening batsman, Runmai Das, another opening batsman, Balkrishna Hodarkar, Dinraj Paikhot, Zamir Carroll, Ketan Kunde, Nikit Dalal, Pranav Dhuri, Rajaram Kundaikar, and Sanat Kamath. The subs are Viraj Tar, Rohit Shirodkar, Sagar Ekoskar, and Chaitanya Kamath. Also in the reserves is Ambe Parvatkar. Team Thunders led by Sudhir Sheth, Om Farte, Roshan Naik, Sudesh Rane, Saish Mamre the wicketkeeper, Pavan Rane, Nikhil Bumkar, Iftikhar Aga, Sahil Advalpalkar, Rohan Badwe, and Parashar Khoth. Nitin Mayekar, Paul Fernandes, Ved Mamre are the super subs. Everything looks set. The Thunders are ready to bowl. On strike is the southpaw Mrunmai Das. Om Farte is going to open the bowling, or is it going to be Roshan Naik? I think it's Roshan Naik. Probably one of the quickest bowlers in the tournament. Well built, stocky guy. Roshan Naik was down with a back injury a couple of years back. He's back after a good rehab of 1 year and is bowling to his maximum potential this season. He's quick, he's nippy. What needs to see is whether he's accurate. Because in the power play, if you are not accurate, if you stray wayward, then you obviously go for runs. The two fielders outside the circle are a third man and deep square leg. It's a packed offside field, so you expect Offside, fuller length. Umpires ready, scorers ready. Runmai Das is ready. And so is Roshan Naik. Ball number 1. Right arm over. And it goes down. A dead ball to start with. After today morning's victory, the Avengers are topping the table today. But MCC Tigers and Thunders have a chance to go on top if they win. Wide down the leg. Well stopped by Sahish. A flying Sahish Mamre. Not much of footwork by Sahish, but the intent of stopping the ball is there. A big-hearted player, Sahish Mamre. The left-hand, right-hand combination is obviously going to trouble the bowlers. Good ball, well played. Nice forward defensive stroke by Mrunmai Das. Roshan Naik from over the wicket to Mrunmai Das. The fuller length delivery, nicely driven through the offside. Probably it's a half stop by the cover fielder. And Mrunmai Das is on his way to a single through a nice cover drive. With that single, the score moves on to 2. 1 wide and a single by Mrunmai. The lefty-righty combination is going to challenge the fielders. The bowler needs to adjust his line, the length, the fielding positions. It's obviously a challenge for the fielding captain too. Roshan to Shailu. Wide outside the off stump. If you are not bowling continuously, regularly to lefty-righty combination, it's obvious that you're going to struggle with the line. Shot. Well pacey delivery. Shailu Kudalkar could not get it away. Finally had to just tap it near the stumps. Dot ball. Roshan again. Shailu Kudalkar. Shailu captain as he's called. Nice delivery. Outswinger. Shot of good length. That's more the length he has to bowl, and that's the line, because he's got his field set right for that ball. So even if he cuts or gets an edge, he has cover in the form of a very, very fine sweeper. Another full length delivery outside off. Roshan looks absolutely comfortable bowling against the right-hander. He's quick, nippy. If he gets his line right, it'll be difficult for the batsman to get him away. Sahish looks to be in some trouble there. Something in his eyes. Very, very steady, quiet start for the Tigers. Last delivery coming up from Roshan Naik. Another good delivery. I think he's a little too quick for Shailu Kudalkar's reflexes. Nice way to end the first over. The Tigers are 3 for no loss. MCL season 11 has begun in a very, very grand fashion with few nail-biting matches, some dominating performances, excellent batting displays, great bowling performances. The only part where the players have not excelled so far is the fielding and catching section. There have been too many catches which are dropped. Second over by Iftikhar Aga. Another ball down the leg. So probably it touched the pads. That's why not wide given. Iftikhar Aga got a 4-4 in his first match. A very good accurate display of bowling by Ifti in his first match. This one is down the leg. Wide down the leg. Not many runs coming from the bat, but in form of extras, in wides. The Thunders have to get their line tight. Another wide down the leg. These mistakes, these errors can be very costly at the end of the match. When you reflect back on the performance, these are the errors in bowling which can cost a team a match. Well delivered full length ball, probably going down the leg. Umpire Sandesh Gaonkar unmoved. Umpire Sandesh Gaonkar and Prashant Patil, the veterans of this MCL. Good delivery. Played towards the point area. The area behind point is perfectly packed with the point, short covers and a gully. The line has to be outside of just sort of length. That's what Iftikhar is trying. That's well bowled. Excellent bowling by Iftikhar. Good comeback after a couple of white balls. That's the kind of bowling required in the power play. Just bowl to your field. Both Mrunmay and Shailu are not big hitters. So you can just bowl a line and length and keep them quiet. That's not a good ball. The commentator's curse has got to Iftikhar. The moment I started praising Ifti, he's bowled one down the leg. Ifti, another good delivery. But again going down the leg. They steal a single of leg by. It's a very steady start for Tigers. If you want to cash in on the power play, I just feel that teams have to send in one powerful hitter at least, if not two, to take the advantage of power play. People who have done well in the power play are Infanso Korea, Pawan Rane, Venkatesh Nevgi, who've taken full advantage. Shailu drives to long off for us, just a single. I think the Thunders will be very happy with this start both the bowlers have given. The end of 2 overs. The Tigers are 8 for no loss, out of which 5 are wide. There are only 2 runs which have come from the bat of the Tigers batting. I'm a little surprised at the batting combination the Tigers have sent in the power play. They have some big hitters. So I'm just perplexed with this batting combination of Shailu Kudalkar and Brunmai Das. Another good delivery, quick nippy delivery coming into the batsman. Shailu just taps it towards square leg for a single. Some batsman has to go for big shots in the power play to take advantage of the fielders who are inside the circle. At least around 45 to 50 runs in the first 6 overs gives a good platform for the others to cash in. Good delivery, but yes! Finally Roshan gets his man. A fuller length delivery. Just pitching on the middle and leg. Straightening up. And the first success for the Thunders in the form of the southpaw Roshan Naik. Tigers lose their first wicket on the score of 9. Roshan Naik strikes. And in comes the aggressive Nikit Dalal, who in fact can take advantage of the power play. He's the right guy to play in the power. Very sound, aggressive, doesn't mind going on the top. So I just feel that Tigers missed a trick here. Nevertheless, Nikit Dalal is on the field now. He'll be taking strike to Roshan Naik, whose tail is really up with that strike. Roshan Naik has bowled well. He's bowled quick. He's bowled within the stumps. And he's rewarded with a wicket. So Tigers from 9 for 1. They have an uphill task to set up a score at least of 150 to 160 runs, because that's the kind of score which gives you a comfort. That's the kind of score teams look to score when they're batting first, because chasing 160 is not going to be easy. Roshan Naik to Nikit Dalal. This is going to be some contest. Full length delivery, almost a full toss. Nikit plays it defensively to mid-on. No run there. Roshan has got his line and length right. Obviously, he'll be happy with the seeing back of the left-hander, so we can concentrate on the off-stump line. Short of length delivery, pulled away. Can it be a catch? Sudesh Rane drops it. It was whirling around Sudesh's head. Sudesh Rane was facing the sun as well. Not an easy catch to take. but he was right under the ball. He got his hands right under the ball but couldn't hold on to it. Nikit Dalal gets a lead off. Can he cash in? Another shot of length delivery. Just a single to cover region. The Thunders have really started well. They have choked up the runs. They are not giving anything loose for the Tigers batsmen, barring the first few white balls. They have been really good, especially Roshan Naik was unlucky to get this second wicket. Another good delivery, short of length delivery outside the off stump. End of over number 3. It's 11 for 1. After just bowling 1 over, Iftikhar Aga has made way for Nikhil Boomkar, an offie. He can be difficult bowler to get away if he gets a good line and length. If he starts bowling outside the off stump, just short of length. A full length delivery, slog sweep to deep mid wicket, but they have a good fielder there. Just a single. Shailu Kudalkar gives the strike to Nikit. Let's see what Nikit does here. Just to cover up the run rate. Will he go big, or he will try and consolidate to make it a solid start? Someone has to take the attack to the bowlers. You just can't play power play with singles and doubles. A short of length delivery outside the leg stump. Nikit tried to sweep but could not connect it. A leg by. There is no fielder behind the square on the boundary. So Nikhil has to watch his line. He's got a packed offside field. He has to bowl on the off stump. Another single to covers region. That's more line he has to bowl. He's got almost 5 fielders saving single from cover to third man. So he has to bowl fuller or little short of length outside off stump. Make the batsman drive against slow pace and expect a catch in that region. Not a good ball, but lucky, extremely lucky that the ball went straight to the fielder. It was not a good ball, but Nikit could not take advantage. Hit it straight to the square leg fielder, and Sudesh does not make a mistake there. We can say he saved a boundary. Nikhil Boomkar to Shailu. Another full length delivery. Excellent ball. A single stolen. But Thunders won't be unhappy. They don't mind singles, as long as the batters are not hitting them for boundaries and sixes. which they have not done so far. We are into the last delivery of fourth over, and there is not a single boundary or a six from the Tigers camp. Shot of length, cut, but straight to the fielder. It would have been a close call had the fielder collected it cleanly. But nevertheless, a single to Nikit. End of over number 4. It's 17 for 1. Sudesh Rane has hurt himself while fielding on the second last ball. So he's just going out for some treatment. And in his place comes Nitin Mayekar. A dream start for the Thunders. Captain Sudhir will be very happy with this start given by his bowlers. 4 overs, just 17 runs, and 1 wicket down. Tigers will not be too happy. Roshan Naik continuing with his third over. If he can get another over with less than run a ball, I think he has done his job in the power play. On top of that, if he gets another scalp, especially of Nikit, it will be icing on the cake. Nikit ready to fish Roshan. Well driven to mid-on. A single. Good throw attempted there. But Nikit was quick enough to make the ground. Score slowly moves on to 18. Not much happening here. Nothing extraordinary. Just a silent start by Tigers batsman. Another single to point. Tigers are happy taking singles. I'm sure the Thunders won't mind it. Roshan on his bowling mark to Nikit. Shot of length, just outside off stump. That's a very good length he's hitting. And he's got that extra pace for the MCL batters liking. So the batsmen are not able to connect that ball. If he goes full, they'll be able to connect it. But this side of length, short outside off stump. Another short delivery, pulled towards the square leg region for an excellent boundary. The ball has gone to the ESI hospital for some treatment. That's the ball Nikit was waiting for. That was not a good length by Roshan. So far he had been very good in his length. Just short of length, but this one he tries to bowl a very short and well executed pull shot in front of square by Nikit. A treat to watch. Nikit Dalal has begun his fireworks. After that massive six from Nikit, there has been a ball change. Yes, the boundary on the leg side is slightly shortish, but this shot would have cleared any boundary as it landed outside the fence, outside the compound, and into the ESI hospital compound. A massive six. Roshan back to Nikit. Another short delivery way down the leg side. It's a no ball. It's a boundary. And it is a free hit. That's adding insult to injury. Roshan Naik was not happy with his previous ball. So he tried to bounce Nikhil out on this one. But he was very, very wavered. That was not good thinking by Roshan. It's a free hit. What will Nikit do on this delivery? And what kind of delivery Roshan is going to bowl? It's a free license. Roshan to Nikit. Another short ball. Another boundary. One bounce to square leg region. Obviously not the best of ideas from Roshan. Excellent stuff from Nikit. The drop catch of Nikit Dalal is coming to haunt the Thunders. The old saying of catches win matches still holds true. Nikit is making Thunders pay for their mistake. Another good delivery, well played towards fine leg for a single. End of over number 5. It's 35 for 1. "18 runs coming off the 5th over. A 6, a boundary by Nikit, and a wide 5 runs, costing the Thunders. They had worked very, very hard for the first 4 overs. The 5th over has proven to be very expensive. That's how a T20 match can change in span of just 1 over. From a run rate of around 4, it has climbed to 7 in just 6 deliveries. Iftikhar to bowl the last over of power play. Nicely driven by Nikit. Good fielding by Roshan. Good backing up there. But still they take a single. Score slowly moves on to 36. Tigers are coming slowly but surely in their flow. Short of length delivery. Should have been punished. But could not time it. Shailu Kudalkar is not in a very good touch. He's trying to play too hard. And in the process, he's not timing the ball. Exactly opposite is Nikit Dalal. Oh. Some chatter from behind the stumps. When Sahish is behind the stumps, you obviously expect this. Little bit of friendly chat as he says. Good delivery, or Yorker length delivery. Full into the crease. Well dug out by Nikit. There are few naughty wicket keepers in MCL. And if you have to rate them in their mischiefs. Another short delivery, but the fielder is placed there for that particular shot. Just a single. Sahish Mamre obviously idolizes Rishabh Pant and loves to chat with the batsman. A cut shot in between the two fielders, running towards the boundary and races towards the boundary. A nice cut shot by Shailu Kudalkar, first of his boundaries. The Tigers are obviously coming back to their original self. They have a very solid batting lineup. In the last couple of overs, including this one, they have covered up for their slow batting in the first 4 overs. Score is 42. Another cut shot, well fielded there by Sahil Advalpalkar. That's end of over number 6, end of power play. The Tigers have managed 43, which I would say around a par score or maybe a little less than par. You expect around 50 runs in the power play. But the best part, they have lost only 1 wicket. Nikit Dalal is playing a very, very solid innings. And Shailu Kudalkar has just hit 1 boundary, his first in the last over. 6 overs gone, 43 for 1. Bowling change now. Probably their best strike bowler in action now. Farte, young, energetic, left arm orthodox. Sometimes Thunders use him in the power play if there are some big hitters. But since the Tigers did not send any big hitters in the power play, they held back Om, and I'm sure he'll be bowling now to restrict the run rate and obviously pick up some wickets. This pitch is offering some turn, some bounce. If he gets the right areas, he'll be very effective. Good delivery to start. Right on the money. Short of length on the stumps. Shailu gives a dot ball. The Thunders obviously attacking Shailu, not allowing him to take a single, which is a very, very right tactic. Short delivery. Should have been punished, but Shailu takes only a single. That delivery should have gone through the covers. Obviously, Shailu is not timing the ball well. Some adjustment in the field. As the batsman on strike is Nikit. If he gets anything full, I'm sure he's going to go for it. Exciting, mouth-watering contest this between Farte and Nikit. It's going to be a challenge for Nikit too. Nicely bowled. Probably an arm ball. Well driven through mid wicket. The field is nicely set and Om is bowling to his field. That's the kind of bowling you require. You wait to see. It's a captain's delight to have such bowlers who obviously bowl to your field. Another good delivery, driven straight, but Half stop by Om. Just a single. That was well timed by Shailu. Whenever he has timed the ball, it's gone to the fielder. Oh, that's beautifully done. Is it out? It was well bowled, well collected by Sahish, but Nikit did not leave his crease. Excellent bowling by Om. Just 3 runs of this 7th over. It's a very tight contest going on. None of the teams is ready to give it away. They are fighting very hard for survival. As the team which wins this will go into the top 2 positions depending on their run rate. It's a very, very tight contest among the 8 teams in this MCL season number 11, except for Team Stallions who have lost all their 3 matches. Rest 7 teams are going hand in hand. With every match, the table is changing. Nikhil Boomkar to start the 8th over. Well flighted delivery. Excellent shot by Shailu. A perfectly timed, perfectly placed shot by Shailu Kudalkar. That's the sort of batting we are used to watching from Shailendra Kudalkar. That's 50 up for the Tigers. Another good shot, but it's not going to carry to Roshan at long on. Shailendra is showing some intent now after fighting it hard to survive in the first 6 overs. He is now showing his class. It's 51 in the 8th over. And there is some fielding changes going on. There's a lot of thinking going on, but ultimately they agreed to keep Sudesh Rane at mid-wicket to stop a single. Well bowled, and Nikhil Boomkar strikes for Thunders. Excellent delivery, full length on the stumps. Nikit goes for a slog sweep, misses it totally, says it has hit his chest, but obviously he was sweeping it. Caught him right in front of the stumps. Tigers lose their 2nd wicket. A big wicket to lose. Nikit Dalal departs. He's still not happy. Nikhil Boomkar strikes. The new man in is Pranav Dhuri. Nikhil Boomkar has struck with a big blow, getting the prize wicket of Nikit Dalal, who wasn't very happy with the decision, but we got to respect the umpire's decision. Nobody's happy getting out. Another good delivery, fullish length. Nicely driven by Pranav Dhuri to long on for a single. Nikhil is bowling a good line and good length here. He's bowling with a shortish offside boundary and a long onside boundary. So he wants players to slog sweep. And he doesn't allow any pace on the bat. That's a perfect ploy. Very, very nice bowling by Nikhil Bumkar. Not a good delivery. Edged. It's running towards the third man boundary, but just a single. And he is run out. What a silly running mistake there by Pranav Dhuri. No way there was a second run in that. He has to understand that Shailu Kudalkar is not the swiftest of runners. And that's a harakiri. That's a gift presented to the Thunders. Tigers lose their third in quick succession. Pranav Dhuri back, run out. After scoring just a single. Nikhil Bumkar has created 2 dents in this over. One in the form of LBW of Nikit Dalal and second wicket coming in the form of a run out. A terrible mix-up between Shailu Kudalkar and Pranav Dhuri. No way there was a second run there. Thunders have struck twice. The next man in is the captain, Vaibhav Naik, the evergreen, ever performing Vaibhav Naik. But I'm sure he's also thinking that he is little too early in the innings. He would expect to come around 9th or 10th over with the score reading around 70 to 80. But he has to come now at 53 for 3. The new bowler is Pawan Rane. Shailu Kudalkar is, I really don't know what's he thinking. What is Shailendra Kudalkar thinking? He just had a run out of his mate. Another slog shot to long on. Just for a single. That's the best thing Shailu can do. Is take a single and give the strike to Vaibhav, who can build this innings, rebuild this innings, and give his later batsmen something to build on. There has to be a partnership of 25 to 30 runs between Shailu and Vaibhav, so that Shailendra Kudalkar can score his 35 and leave at about 75 to 80 runs of the team total, and then the team can build on that and reach a score of around 150. That's well driven through the covers. That's the kind of class Vaibhav Naik possesses. As Ricky Ponting says, that do not look at the fielders, but look at the gaps. And in my experience, I have noted the same thing in Vaibhav Naik. He hits the shots where the gaps are present and not to the fielders. That's the class of this left-handed batsman who has a first-class century to his name. Foolish delivery. A single to deep mid wicket. What Thunders have done is they have just reduced the pace and they have asked the batsman to make all the pace and hit. That seems to be a good ploy against sort of average players, but I doubt that will be a good ploy against Vaibhav. To get Vaibhav out, they have to do something special. You just can't keep bowling the ordinary deliveries to Vaibhav. Another pull shot. That is going towards the boundary. Excellent shot by Shailendra Kudalkar. That's what happens when you bowl too slow and miss your length. If you are bowling slow, you have to be full or foolish. You cannot be very short and slow. That's the kind of punishment you can expect. Excellent shot by Shailu Kudalkar. He's making up for his slow batting earlier on. And he's caught up with the strike rate, which has gone past 100 now. 26 of 24. Another short delivery, but could not cash in this time. End of over number 9. The Tigers are 63 for 3. Nikhil Boomkar to continue. Let's see what he does. He needs to be full. He needs to be full and around the off stump. If he misses his length, he's going to get it whacked. Well, delivery, good delivery. That's the perfect line and length Nikhil has to bowl. Can he deliver 6 deliveries? That's a perfect delivery to start with. Nikhil Boomkar to Vaibhav Naik. Another good delivery. Perfect pace variation by Nikhil. Super bowling. Very nicely done by Nikhil. 2 dot deliveries. Nikhil to Vaibhav. Another good delivery there. Nicely adjusted by Vaibhav. Plays it away for a single. But what a start by Nikhil in this over. 2 dots and a single to Vaibhav Naik. That's a real achievement. A seesaw battle going on between the teams, MCC Thunders and Tigers. No team is going to give it away. Nobody wants to do something silly. Nicely driven by Shailu for a single. He's obviously lost some steam. Shailu has moved on to 27. 4 deliveries in this over and just 2 runs. Can Nikhil finish it well? The leg side boundary is shorter. It's a bigger boundary on offside. Superbly bowled by Nikhil. This is proper stuff. Real class bowling by Nikhil. not allowing Vaibhav to free his hands, just making him play for singles. Just 3 runs of first 5 deliveries. Can Nikhil finish it well? Nikhil to Shailu. Shortish delivery pulled by Shailen Kudalkar to deep square leg, but only for a single. 4 runs of the 10th over. At the halfway stage, the Tigers are 67 for 3. And I think at the halfway stage, the Thunders will be the happy camp. Welcome back after the drinks break. At the halfway stage, the Tigers are 67 for 3, and the new bowler in is Sudesh Rane, a very, very wily customer. Loves his cricket even at this age. He's nearing 70. With the kind of passion this cricketer has, he's playing the game for well over 40 years. Gives nothing away to batsmen while bowling. Gives his everything. That's the kind of passion MCL generates among the members. Another good delivery. 2 dots on the trot. Sudesh Rane can be woken up at night and asked to be bowled. He will land the ball exactly at the spot. Nice shot, but they have the cover there. Only a single. So 1 run in 3 balls. Tigers are really struggling against the slow pace of Thunders. There is actually no thunder in the pace of the Thunder's bowlers. What is the lack of pace which is giving trouble to the Tigers batsmen? The bowlers of Thunders are not giving any kind of pace to work with to the Tigers, and they are finding it very, very tough. Slight adjustment in the side screen as Sudesh Rane is bowling around the wicket to Vaibhav. It's going to be a challenge for Vaibhav too, because Sudesh is not going to give him any pace. Vaibhav will have to make his own pace and hit him. A full toss delivery. Not a bad ball to bowl. It's much better than bowling short. Only a single to long on. Crawls to 69. This is the 11th over in progress. Nice hike there from Shailu Kudalkar. What a superb catch. Great catch there by the long on fielder. Dr. Rohan Badwe. He is as good at catching as he is with his endoscopes. Superb running catch there by Rohan. At MCL we have seen simple dollies being dropped. But this is one of the best catches you will see in this MCL. Running for about 15-20 meters and catching it is just superb to watch. Well done, Rohan. And one thing noticed in this MCL, the doctors in the MCL are performing very, very well. Be it Ankush Patil, Pavan Rane, Nikhil Bumkar, Rohan Badwe, Venkatesh Nevgi, Sudhir Sheth, Prasad Ghode. You can actually make a doctor's 11 in MCL. Sunny Kamath, how can I forget him? Sunny has been in tremendous form. New batsman in is Rajaram Kundaikar after the loss of Shailendra Kudalkar. That's a very good delivery, a loud shout by the bowler and the keeper, but umpire Patil is unmoved. End of over number 11. It's 69 for 4. To start the 12th over, it's going to be Om Farte versus Vaibhav Naik. Something has to happen now. The Tigers need to get a move on. You can't keep taking 2 or 3 runs in an over. Just 9 overs left. If they have to compete in this match. They have to get to 140, 150. Good stop there by Sudesh Rane. Pumped up Thunder's team, not allowing easy runs. The keeper Sahish Mamre looking at the correct placement of fielders as wanted by the bowler. Good delivery. Can they run two on this? There is a chance. There is a chance of a run out. But the throw was too slow and too late. Good running between the wickets by these two quick players. Rajaram Kundaikar is an athlete. He's a cricketer. He's a tennis player. He's a pickleball player who has represented Goa at nationals. He's a doubles champion in tennis in the 40 plus category. He's a total athlete. So you expect good running between the wickets from these two. Nicely done, but the fielder is nicely placed. That's good placement, and they go for an extra run. That's a bit sloppy from Thunders. Bowler is not happy. There was no need to throw. There was no cover, and the throw was wavered. Om Farte to Vaibhav Naik. Good shot, but again well fielded. Sudesh Rane is like a rock at covers. Tremendous commitment from the young boy Sudesh Rane. Nice shot, a reverse flick. A reverse sweep, paddle sweep from Vaibhav. Excellent bit of batting. This is some contest now. Just for a change, Om came around the wicket and Vaibhav hit him with a reverse, you call it paddle sweep. Amazing stuff. Now this is some interesting cricket going on. Obviously the bowler and the batsman both are thinking, both are anticipating each other. Superbly bowled. Arm ball to end the over. At the end of over number 12, Tigers are 77 for 4. Sudesh Rane is going to bowl the 13th over. Close-in fielders on the offside. Nicely bowled. That's the kind of pace you require on this wicket. Not to allow the batsman to just go through with his shots. Some super stuff by Sudesh, Om, and all the bowlers from Thunders. It's high in the air. Another good catch it will be. Another great catch by Rohan. After Roshan dropped it, attempted twice, but Rohan just hung on to it. What a great fielding display by Rohan Badwe. Superb catching there. Great anticipation. He was waiting for Roshan to fumble. That's super stuff by the Thunder's fielders. Rohan Badwe is on the roll. New man in is Ketan Kunde. Another good ball by Sudesh Rane. Single to long on. But I just can't get over that catch. Superb anticipation by Rohan. It was a running catch for Roshan Naik. He fumbled twice. And in the end, Rohan dived in front, not to allow the ball to touch the floor. And in the end, it was a spectacular catch. Nicely driven through the mid-wicket. Can they go for the second? They should be going for the second run. Good running there by Vaibhav and Ketan Kunde. Nikhil Bumkar was way far back on the boundary. Score moves on to 80 for the loss of 5 wickets. The Thunders are thundering all the way. There's a slight injury scare on a player of Thunders. Looks to be Nikhil Bumkar, who's got a cramp. These young guys are not in best of their fitness. Sudesh Rane to Vaibhav. Another full length delivery outside the leg stump. Loud shout by Sudesh. Umpire Patil unmoved. Another ball down the leg. If Vaibhav had left it, it was a wide ball, but Vaibhav decides to sweep it just for a single. End of another good over by Sudesh. End of 13. It's 81 for 5. Tigers are struggling. Om Farte will start the 14th over. He'll be bowling to Vaibhav. Good attacking field set on the offside. Nicely driven by Vaibhav through the extra cover. No chance this time for Rohan. Excellent hit by Vaibhav. That's what he does very well. He's been doing all these seasons. He's one of the best players of extra cover drive. Gets a very high backlift. He can play it along the carpet, in the air. Another single to Vaibhav. Vaibhav slowly moves on to 23, 24 now with that single. So he has to see that somehow he reaches 36, 38, 40 runs of personal milestone. But on that way, he needs to have a partnership of around 30 runs. So someone alongside has to give him company, score some runs, have some big hits. Good delivery. A dot delivery. After that boundary, there has been one single and one dot. So good comeback by Om. Nicely played by Ketan to extra cover region. Just for a single. Vaibhav won't go for the second one. Vaibhav will like strike as much as possible for himself. The different format of this competition makes it very interesting, where you can score maximum of 40 runs while hitting your last scoring shot at 34. So that all the team members can have a go at batting. Only 2 bowlers can bowl 4 overs, so that you have minimum 6 bowlers who can bowl. Another cheeky single taken. Vaibhav wants the strike back. End of over number 14. It's 88 for 5. The captain of Thunder, Sudhir Sheth, brings himself in the 15th over. Another talented cricketing doctor, a physician by profession, a cardiologist who's worked hard for the last 2-3 years and come a long way to lead a side in the MCL tournament. He was a tear-away fast bowler, but after a tear in his rotator cuff, he's become a leg cut bowler, bowls more of leg cutters, but is generally very, very accurate. It's difficult to get him away. Excellent running there from Vaibhav Naik. Second run stolen from the fielder's hand. Vaibhav moves on to 28. Score slowly but surely moves towards 100 mark. If they get to 100 after the end of 15 overs, in the last 5 overs, they can aim for another 50 runs and give their bowlers a chance. At the moment, the Tigers are struggling. Another good delivery, no space to handle, but well played by Vaibhav. Excellent fielding there on the boundary line by Sahil Advalpalkar. Sahil, my dear friend, excellent fielder, gives his everything, 100% commitment player. Definitely scored a couple of runs there. Another on drive to long on. Score moves on to 95. Last delivery of 15th over. The Thunders have kept things very, very tight for the 15 overs. Sudhir putting his foot in the way. Committed players here at MCL. End of over number 15. It's 95 for 5 Tigers. They need another 50 at least. Sudesh Rane coming back into attack. About to start his third and team's 16th over. Vaibhav on 31. He is to calculate well. Vaibhav will calculate well so that he gets a chance to score 40. That's what his team needs. A very, very calculative player. Vaibhav Naik, Pranav Biche. These are the two masterminds of this MCL. They have perfect computerized memory and calculator in their mind. They calculate so well so that their team is benefited to the maximum. Nicely driven by Ketan Kunde to the extra cover boundary. Good attempt by Sahil there. Another stop at extra cover region. Thunders are electrifying in the field today. Rohan Badve, Sahil Advalpalkar are just brilliant in the field. Sudesh Rane has been a rock solid. A lofted shot attempted by Ketan. Gets only a single to long off. Tigers are one shot of a century. That's the first landmark they would want to achieve. As I told you that Vaibhav will nicely calculate, go on to 34 and then go for a big 6. 100 up for Tigers. In the 16th over, I think they have taken 2 or 3 overs more to reach that 100, and at least couple of wickets more has cost them this 100 runs. Nicely driven through the mid-wicket area. Ved Mamre is after the ball. He slips, and they go for the second. In spite of slipping and falling, Ved Mamre prevents a boundary. Vaibhav Naik is on 33. Ketan Kunde moves on to 8. Score is 102. Last delivery of 16th over. Can Tigers get another 30-35 runs in the last 3 overs? That is the big question. It's edged. It's going towards third man. I don't think Ketan will come back for the second run because he fell down after playing that stroke. The center of gravity is not correct in players like Ketan Kunde, Venkatesh Nevgi. End of over number 16. 103 for 5. 17. The captain will bowl the 17th over. Vaibhav Naik is on 33. He is definitely going to look to score 40 to give his team a chance to get to about 135-40. It's Ketan Kunde who needs to go big. A single towards square leg. Ketan gets a single, gets Vaibhav onto the strike. I'm sure Vaibhav will look for a single, and then on the next attempt he will go big. As expected, a single to Vaibhav takes him to 34. Gets Ketan on strike. If Ketan can get a big one here, it will definitely help the team. As long as Vaibhav stays on the crease, they should get maximum possible runs. Sudhir to Ketan. Good stop there by Ifti. There is no shot of any commitment from the Thunder's fielders. They've given everything they have to restrict the Tigers so far. They've been exceptional in catching, especially Rohan Badwe. He won't go for that single. Well, you can debate whether that's a right tactic or no, but some players don't go for their 35th run as a single. They prefer to hit a big shot, which some would say it's a right tactic. Some would argue. Sudhir to Vaibhav. It's a mighty heave, but straight to Rohan, who drops this time. Rohan Badwe drops a catch, and that too of Vaibhav Naik. Vaibhav finishes at 35. The commentator's curse really hits the players. Just a minute back, I was praising Rohan for his catching, and he drops a sitter. You can't take away the best catches so far taken by Rohan in this match. After Vaibhav has scored his 35 runs, he has to depart. New man in is Dindraj Paikhoth. Tall, strong guy. Tiger needs some big hittings from these two if they have to have any chance in this match. Sudhir to Ketan. Full toss delivery. Everybody misses that delivery. The batsman misses, keeper misses, third man could not locate it. Ends in just a single. End of over number 17, and Tigers are reeling at 108 for 6. Just 3 overs to go, 4 wickets left, and we have our main commentator, Mr. Harish Kakodkar, in the commentary box to take over from me.
(108 for 6), and Kedan Kunde and Dindraj Paikhoth at the moment. What a good bowling performance. Sorted away. Man in the deep. Well fielded. Thunders have done really good. Tigers winning the toss and opting to bat first. They won 2 out of 2. And they were looking for a third victory here in this game. But Thunders have really bowled well. They've taken 6 wickets, and important is the run rate is not going anywhere. They're just getting the singles. They won't be sad if the strike is rotated at this point of time. The Thunder side, whereas Tigers will be hoping for the roar here in the last 3. Certainly been quiet for the first 17 overs. Not too many runs being put on the board. Hoping to get at least 140. They have got a good, oh, that's a good effort. Very good effort. Just falling in front of the fielder there in the short mid-wicket region. One for 6, 15 balls to go. Maybe they can get around 25-30 runs if they bat well to get towards 140. Straight over the top. But there's a fielder down there, and another drop chance. 2 catches dropped in the same region just within a span of 5 minutes. 2 catches taken and 2 dropped. So 50% success ratio so far, but catching has to be a little bit more. If you field well and if you take the catches, you should never give an opportunity when you are in a good position. You should always take. That might just go for 4. No, well fielded. Well fielded. They are cutting down the boundaries. And Sudesh Rane, as usually, and as experienced and a seasoned campaigner he is, keeps on performing diligently. Every time when the ball has been given in his hand, he's not afraid even to bowl in the power play overs. 19 for 2. What a performance. As well bowled once again. He gets the third one. He gets the third one. Beaten him in flight. Looking to take the charge. Stepping out. That's a big error when you have got a very good wicket keeper behind. Saish Mamre doing the job. And there's 7th wicket down. Trying to up the ante. Dinraj Khoth has also lost his wicket. And another one for Sudesh Rane. What a performer he has been. He's taken 3 wickets for just 19 runs in his 4 overs. Tigers down under the mat, 113 for 7. So it's Balkrishna Rarkar that makes his entry on the crease. He had opened for the Masters in the last season. This time he's in the Tigers camp. So they are trying him in lower middle order. Now he can also bat decently up the order. The situation at this moment is well in control of the Thunders. Really dominated because of that bowling attack that they have. Om Farte bowling 19th over. Flipped away nicely. Walked on the leg side. Will be looking to get a couple of runs. No wickets for Om Farte so far. 2 runs easily taken. Well run. They have not given away wickets to Om Farte, but he's always economical because he has got a different talent and a different class with his normal orthodox balls as well as the floaters, nice pace that he bowls with. Very difficult customer for any camp. Driven very well for a single. Is it a sign that a wicket slightly is conducive for the spinners? But even if it conducive, it won't change from the morning session to the evening session. Because the battered of Avengers looked in no trouble whatsoever. Nicely cut away, nicely cut away. He's got offering the pace there. Ball might just run away, and yet it does. It does. Oh, and he has fallen. I hope he's all right. He slipped there. Suddenly a boundary. Pace was provided, slightly short, and Ketan Kunde executing it perfectly. That late cut. Played it very late to get in the gap. A good boundary. $117. Once again, a good shot. Should be a boundary. Should be a boundary. This is even better shot than the previous one. He's pushing it quickly, and Ketan Kunde showing that he is a very good player of the spin. Playing against the spin, but just timing the ball. Beautiful and exquisite punch. Correct off the back foot in that extra covers region. Excellent batting. Back-to-back boundaries for Ketan Kunde and the Tigers. 125 for 7 with 7 balls to go. That was a lovely shot. Very good timing. Once again. Oh, this is gorgeous batting. Absolutely gorgeous. Panked it in the covers. No one moved. Super timing from Ketan Kunde. And these are 3 classic shots. One the late cut, and one the back foot punch cracked, and the third one spanked it in the extra covers region of the front foot. Excellent batting. That's the acceleration that is coming from Ketan Kunde for the Tigers. He races on to 27 of just 19 balls. 129 for 7 with 6 balls to go. That's a wide. Sudhir Sheth is the captain of the side, bowling the last over. Bowled 2 overs, 12 without getting any wickets. Success. Pinty will be pushing for a couple of runs. Yes, yes, well run there. Roshan was deep, trying to save the boundaries. He didn't time the ball well, but you definitely knew that it was 2 runs easily for the Grabs. 132 for 7. Now it's all about getting maybe around 12-15 runs and have a good finish, and then have a go at the opening batters of the Thunders. The Thunders will be telling maybe we need to stop these boundaries and just maybe give a couple of runs here and there. Last over, you expect the batters to go hard. It will be another wide. Well left here from Pinty. 2 wide so far, trying to bowl away from the reach. That's out. He has to head back. What a feeling from, I think it is Ved Mamre, fielding a wide long on region and pick up and throw straight on the stumps, and Ketan Kunde has to head back. They were taking opportunity here for the second run, and that's very good recovery from the fielder and throwing direct it. Yes, out. There goes the 8th wicket. That's another wide. This is the 3rd wide in this over from the skipper. Well, they have been so disciplined up till this point of time and not considered too many extras. This is one rare occasion where 3 wides have been seen in just the 1 over, and that too the last over. Oh, lovely shot, but they have been placed a man for that cover drive. Om sending the throw back in. Pinty wanted a 2 there, call off a couple of runs, but Sanat Kamath just rejecting that call just because it was Om Fatte who he has a wonderful arm. Driven down the ground, straight to the fielder with Mamre, and just another single. So they get 137 with couple of balls left. Decent contribution from Balkrishna Dorkar. Still on the crease at the striking end, looking to hit one more. Searching for that boundary. Ah, that was missed. Missed by the batter, missed by the keeper, and a dot ball. The ball jacked back in late in swing. The late swing has definitely troubled the batter there with the dot ball. Important, crucial dot ball there. And Sudhir Sheth will be hoping for another maybe single. Dot ball will be even better. Last ball of the first innings of the Tigers. Can they go past 140? They can certainly go past 140. Given himself a little bit of room and driving it in the X covers region. Excellent finish here from Balkrishna Dorkar. And finally, after a lot of struggle, they get towards that 140 mark. You can see he has given himself a little bit of room just to get that shot, the lofted drive, and he finds the space. Fielders were inside in the short covers, and that's where 141 has been posted. Overall, we talk about this wicket. I think 141 is just below par on a wicket like this, which is tailor made for batting. But you never know if you really come out with your instincts and your energy fully into it. If your opening bowlers start very well, then I certainly feel we have got a match. Just that 6 overs of power play is going to decide and tell us where the match is heading, in which direction. Thunders, I think they will be very, very happy. Looking at 141 on the board, I think they will be very pleased after the bowling performance. They would have definitely hoped for a strong batting lineup of Tigers to post a substantial total. Having won the toss, the Tigers opting to bat first, looking to post a big total. Certainly, the plan has not worked. 142 is the target for Thunders. They will be certainly banking themselves to chase this one. Let's see in a short while. In comes Jamir Carroll to begin the proceedings with spin straight away put into the attack. Gets off the mark. Very good touch at the moment, Dr. Pawan Rane, Om Fatte. So they need a steady start here from both the openers. So Chaitanya Kamath is the super sub in place of Ketan Kunde in the second innings for the Tigers camp. For the viewers just joined us, a total of 141 posted by the team of Tigers. 141 if you follow MCL season 11 is just below par total, and certainly has not been defended. I think 149 was defended by the Masters camp and winning that game by 9 runs against the Royals. But that's played it fine, run out opportunity, but they make it easily. Not the best of the balls. Ball down the leg side. Wanted to sweep it. Maybe the ball came little low, missed timing. So they have decided to bowl with the left arm orthodox bowling. And Omfate knows about left arm orthodox himself bowls, so certainly knows how the trajectory it is going to be. And for left-hander is going to be slightly better compared to the right-hander if Mr. Jamir Carroll can get the ball in the right areas. As lovely shot, but man in the deep. Oh, poor fielding. This is a glitch in the field in a big way. He was capped for the same shot, and that's the very reason why you're capped, and you are not doing the job that has been given to you by the captain. That was not a difficult take either. Yes, well timed, but he will feel better, Dr. Pawan Rane. Anyone, any batter who gets a boundary early on, especially in T20, just gets a little bit of start and positivity in your mindset. That's pushed, looking for a single, not found. 5 fielders inside in a ring on the offside and one in the deep covers. Positioned here for the right-hander, and one for that slog shot if he goes on the leg side in the mid-wicket region. 6 runs so far in the first over. That's a good shot, but once again finding the fielder. It's tossing, enticing them. Go for the drive, go for the aerial shot, and just hoping that he scoops one in that area of 5 fielders on the offside. So rejected, sent back on time by Om Fate. That marks the end of over number 1. Is 6 without loss. So Balakrishna Adarkar, well bowled, very well bowled. followed the batter, just wanted to give himself a little bit of room on the leg side. I think if at all there is any turn, Balkrishna Orarkar is definitely going to explore it. We saw a little bit of turn when Avengers bowlers were bowling. Not the best line this down the leg side. Should be careful about bowling in this particular area when Om Fate will go for the sweep shot. There is a protection towards the backward square leg region if he goes for one, and one in the mid wicket region. So he's hoping that is just going to go across, taking some risk on the leg side, flipped away on the onside for a single. Oh, that was not a difficult chance. They have placed the fielders in the right areas, but not taking the catches. Well, both these batters are in good form. You need to send them back packing. He went inside out, man placed, everything was done so perfectly in the planning, but fielders just not taking, spilling it out. They need to be much more tighter in the field. Can't be giving so easy runs. Was that once again caught and bowled, or was that a punch? The sponge down and well stopped. Well stopped by the fielder. What was a certain boundary, timed it really well. Om Fate gets another single. Just like the ground fielding, the catching also needs to be improved of many of the teams. You see catches being dropped off both the batters, and both the opponents could have been sent back. What a start it will have been for the Tigers. Suddenly, the new batters are under the pressure of bowlers, and once you lose 2 wickets, it's always a different approach that new batters comes in. That's nicely played. Once again, that footwork stopping another boundary. The ground fielding has been decent so far in the first 2 overs. End of the second over from Balkrishna Orarkar is 11 without loss. The Thunders in pursuit of 142 posted by the Tigers. The shot, and that just goes over for a boundary. That's nicely done. Not afraid to hit the ball aerially, and placed it perfectly. If you walk down and if you don't try to play your shots, you are allowing and you are playing with the plan of the bowlers and the captain of the fielding side. If at all any loose delivery is on offer, you just need to go bang, go hard, and not try to just curtail your attacking instinct. The scoring shots needs to come. This time he missed it. Might be stumped. Might be stumped. He knows that stumped. I think has been directly given. Wonderful bowling. That great flight given, asking the invitation. That's what they hoped. They've been dropped for on one occasion, Dr. Pawan Rane, but this time it's nicely tossed up into the eyelid. Yeah, and the back leg never came back in. He was gone straight away, well stumped behind the wicket. And the first wicket has been taken by the Tigers on 15. Dr. Pawan Rane, the man in form, departs. So in comes Sahil Adwal Parker at number 3. A good runner between the wickets and can really smack the ball as well when needed. So let's see what's the approach here. What a good field set here for Jamir Carroll. Believes that they are going to play up easily. They don't have too many runs on the board. And he's just tossing it up nicely. He knows only wickets is what we can win the match. Only wickets can win them the match, and there is no other option because it's a strong batting side of Thunders. Not a big total posted on the boards. Well bowled. The came back in the arm. Nicely bowled. Just not bowling too fast. Not providing the pace. Someone like Om Forte just bowls a little quickish. Well bowled. Excellent bowling. Excellent bowling. Is landing on the right spots. Good to see the fielders are being placed, and that's why I always like Vaibhav Naik as a captain, as a skipper. He won't give it easily in towards the Thunder side. You see so many fielders in front of the eyes of the batter. That's clipped away nicely. Walked on the leg side, should be a single. When you see so many fielders on the offside, there's a temptation. If I get over the top, I might get a boundary, but that is also a risk of losing the wicket if you don't have the right footwork. Someone like Pawan Rani has just succumbed to that pressure, and the invitation of the tossed up deliveries, which didn't go in his favor, and the back leg was outside. He was stumped. So you got to be careful of that, and that's the plan. Vaibhav Naik certainly is one of the aggressive captains. Is not afraid to put many fielders in front of the batter, and he will certainly know the 141 is not good enough on this wicket. So they are coming hard with a well set plan. They still understand we can make a match of this if we don't concede too many easy runs and keep on taking wickets. Meanwhile, India is playing against South Africa, and Virat Kohli is on 99 on strike. They're sliced hard. Pace provided by Pinty should run down for 4 runs. And whenever you get an opportunity, slash it hard. Well, talking about this match, it's interesting. And what an innings from the King. The King Kohli batting on 99, and so many followers, so many viewers, so many spectators, and followers of Team India and Virat Kohli themselves will be watching very keenly and very excitedly to see their star player, the super sensational Virat Kohli, who is now retired from the Test as well as T20, playing the ODI cricket, and he's batting on 99. What a moment it will be for not only him personally, as a personal milestone after so many centuries that he has collected as a star player. Pinty into the attack with 2 slips, driven, man in the deep, so just going to get a single, well placed. Good in and out field. If you are going to bowl in these areas, the ball is more sort of going in the covers region. So right field set, if he is bowling little straight and the ball is swept, there is a man in the deep backward square leg. Good in outfield so far for both the players. They know where Om Fatti scores runs. So there is a man for the mid wicket boundary, and there is a man for the backward square leg. Goes inside out. Did not give that much of room here to open his arms. He's bowling nicely. Om Fatti, you can see, is getting creepy out there. 3 from 6, and he's still not got a boundary in his innings and searching for one. 22 for 1 so far the score. Driven firmly straight back to the bowler. Stops by his foot. The bowlers, the spinners are bowling well. And huge roar on the ground. The match is going on at the moment. India versus South Africa, and Virat Kohli back on strike once again after single is taken by KL Rahul. Meanwhile here, played off the back foot, man down in the deep, should be comfortable too. They are very quick runner. That's the advantage having Sahil Agarwal-Palkar. He will run very hard and fast. The 4 overs are done here, and it's 24 for 1. Meanwhile, Virat Kohli is on 99. There comes Jansen, and that's been driven straight to the fielder in the short covers once again. That is the triple figure mark, the magical mark. It's not that he has not got it in the past many a times, but that has eluded him for quite some time. He got pretty good runs in the last ODI in Australia. That was probably the last series that he had played, but now he is in his home turf, playing under the home ground, and is looking for one more turn. And here he gets it. There he gets it with a wonderful nudge down towards the third man region. Excellent. Superstar gets another century. Virat Kohli, and the crowd erupts. Meanwhile, this match is Jamir Carroll that has been asked to continue. The entire team coming out to congratulate Virat Kohli. Well, so many fans, followers. I think someone has thrown on the ground to congratulate in spite of so much of security there. Nicely put away by the batter. Sahil Agarwal-Palkar getting a single. It's always special when it is Virat Kohli, isn't it? We have a match here on our hands at MCL season 11. We are into over number 5, but also one eye when the King is on 90s. Immense service for Indian cricket by the King, and one more turn, one more feather in the cap for this legendary Indian cricketer, who's recently celebrated his 37th birthday and is not getting any younger, but he looks quite fit to go for even longer. Looking at the eyes for the next World Cup. 103 for him, while Jamir Carroll is continuing here in over number 5, the third over for him. Straight over the top, taking the charge, advancing down. That's a good hit. That's more like it. That should be the intent. Well, they have seen enough. This is almost the fifth over, and if they keep allowing the bowlers to get set, just the way and bogged down, playing too many dot balls, then they are playing with the plan of Vaibhav Naik, the skipper. Somewhere, some point of time, you need to take the attack to the opposition, which has been done by Om Fate. And that's why I say, in spite of getting the boundary, you also need to rotate the strike, not consume too many dot deliveries. That's once again, that's much better. That's much better. Advancing down, not afraid to step out and hitting inside out over covers, back to back boundaries for Om Fate. That's much better here. Once again, going towards the pitch of the ball and straight over the top. Never wanted to keep it down. Moves into 13 of just 10 balls so far. Has walked very well on the leg side and looking for a throw, and that's just one. Very good backup. But that's how the fielders needs to be coming quickly on charging towards the ball rather than a layback approach. See the field here, backward point. One man almost just in front of the point. Very short position. Short covers. Just one behind that short extra cover. Mid off. Still attacking. Vaibhav Naik. Well bowled once again from Jamir Carroll. Excellent spell, I must say, from the senior pro. So Jamir Carroll completes his 3 overs, 22 and a wicket for him. The one wicket that has been taken by the camp of Tigers Thunders after 5 overs, 34 for 1. So 3 overs for Jamir Carroll, and it's going to be the third over for Balkrishna Dorkar. So the Vaibhav Naik is persisting with his plan of continuing with the spinners. Swept away, and that should be taken. Got a leading edge. He saw a opportunity here. If he had gone it over, he would have certainly got a boundary, but I think he didn't get the sweetest connection. Just got over the top, and Pinty was trying hard for wicket. Finally gets one and gets rid of Ompatti. Was looking to just open his arms and get some runs. And just on time, they have picked up another wicket in the power play overs. It's 34 for 2. Firm drive, straight to the field. That's good fielding, very attacking field set. That is why I appreciate Vaibhav Naik, just because he never allows the opposition to get their same eye set in. Well, once again, see the fielding. They are searching for that single. Roshan Naik has come in. Pinty so far has not conceded a single run of this over. Excellent bowling by both the spinners, keeping the things very tight. If one slip is in place, two in the short covers. If he goes for the drive against the spin, and officially excellent field placement by the captain, and punches at the long on region. Straight collection, direct hit, gone. Direct hit, he would have been curtains. He was heading straight away without score, taking a single run there. It was very good fielding at the mid-on region. I think it was Dinraj Paikot at the mid-on. This is what happens if we put pressure on the batters. Good effort, direct hit, gone. 35 for 2, just a single coming off over number 6. Driven nicely. Just going to be single for slightly up his shot. Man was placed but away from him. That's why I say this is very good in and out field. The man in the deep extra cover is slightly placed more towards the covers. And man for that sweep shot if the batter goes for one. And now the field changes slightly. The deep backward square leg comes inside, whereas the mid off goes back at long off. Driven nicely. Back paths the bowler, gets a single. That's the end of good over. Wicket for Balkrishna Darkar, getting rid of Om Fate. 37 for 2, the Thunders in pursuit of 142 runs. So Mrunmay Das. Oh, lovely shot. But look at the field placement. And they know exactly where the ball is heading. It's heading straight to the fielders. And he's changing it to both the batters. So he's certainly must have read the scoring shots of both the batters, and also the ability of his bowler, where he's going to bowl and where the ball is going to head. So still 6 men inside the 30-yard for Mrunmay Das. Whips it away. man placed. Just going to be a single. One for the throw. Pinty doesn't have the quickest of the arms in that position. So that you need to put pressure. One shot. So just going to be one run. Just going to be one run there. They grounded it on the line, and that's why that short run. The bat should be behind the line, not on the line. Line belongs to the umpire. 39 for 2 in 6.2. Pitchly played. Still going to the fielders. So you see sometimes when the bowlers are bowling well and they are being marshaled well here by their captain, moving the field every time. Exactly, the balls are straight away going to the fielders, and the boundaries have just dried up. They are getting singles, but not easily. You can see the fielders there coming quickly, charging. There's good bowling here, very good bowling. They also understand what is the plan from the captain. They are just trying to increase the gap between the bat, the runs required, and the balls. And that's just what's going to creep up. That's much better. That's much better cricket here from Sailad Parker. Going over the top, taking a little bit of risk here, and that's a boundary. That's what they have to do. Just can't get bogged down. Just can't play in the plan of the opposition captain. Someone has to take the attack to the opposition, and someone has to score the boundaries. So end of over number 7 is 45 for 2. So it's Dinraj Paikot. Dinraj must have seen how other bowlers have bowled according to the plan, not trying to do anything fancy, not too many short balls, or even though some drivable balls, but there is protection in the deep for those drives. So avoid bowling short balls. I think Vaibhav must have definitely have a word with him. Down the ground. And whenever they have gone for the shots, many a times it has gone straight to the fielders. A different set of field placement here for Roshan Naik and for Sailad Palkar. Must have seen a lot of replays of different batters. He comes here, Vaibhav Naik sits on top and see the players' strength and their profiles. And also the revision has to be done by watching the matches of other teams when they are playing, and what is their composition, how they are batting, where do I bowl, what is the strength of my team. They have got two left arm orthodox bowlers. They've got Balkrishna Darkar, who can bowl wonderful off spinners, and that's what they must be discussing in their dugout. They must be discussing before the matches and trying to study each and every other team, and that becomes a very important aspect nowadays. Reading the opposition camp and their order, their strength, their weakness is very important. As Apishly played, that was slightly Apish, but he cuts away very hard and goes in the gap for 4 runs. Not a bad ball at all, and that's the boundary that he was searching for. He gets the boundary in the previous over. He gets the boundary against Dinraj Paikot. I can see that he placed it nicely, but it was Apish. Was not able to control it and keep it down. Or hit back straight down the ground, gets another single. Roshan is batting on 6 and Sailal Walkar on 20. Just going through a partnership here and trying to get a face for themselves. The first 6 overs definitely belong to the Tigers camp. They bowled really well and kept control of the things. But now both these batters, Roshan Naik and Sailal Walkar, trying to just get them back in the match. The Thunders team 53 for 2 in 8 overs so far. Sanat Kamath. So another change here brought in. Just that 1 over from Nunmay Das. Next over it was Dinraj. Over number 8 and 9th over back with Sanat Kamath. Well batted, well batted. Will it be stopped? Yes, another footwork. 2 runs definitely saved here. 55 runs so far. So they start off with 2 runs. Now see them scoring more shots. It depends upon the combinations of your bowling attack. Yes, Balkrishna Darkar I spoke about, as well as Jamir Carroll, who bowled decently. And they believe that, and also Mrunmay Das. They are certainly very experienced bowlers, and they are among the wicket taking. But now we have got Sanat Kamath in the crease, and he must definitely just bowl the line and length that is required. The job done by the earlier bowlers is an advantage for him. If he can bowl well, you can see one of these batters might just take a risk against him. That is another opportunity also to pick up wickets. So you should look forward for that opportunity. Keep bowling well. Vaibhav Naik, this is normal an orthodox field here. Maybe he just want to see how Sanat Kamath is bowling, how and what length he's bowling, and if he is having a good go, and if he gets a wicket early on, he might get few more fielders inside. So far, the Thunders are trying to resurrect this after the 2 blows that they were receiving in the first 6 overs. Well played with the spin. 4 down the leg side, 1 at long off region. No one in the extra cover region for that protection, but he goes for Sail Adwal Palkar in that extra covers position. Man in the deep mid wicket comes inside. Well bowled, excellent bowling. This is much better. This is exactly a perfect off spinner's line and length, just around that wideish line of off stump, not too wide, and looking to make the batsman come onto the front foot. That's more like it. Need to be more consistent bowling that particular channel. Has gone for the drive and good fielding. Once again, another good fielding. They're looking for one more. Just going to be a single. Good recovery by the fielder in the deep. The ground fielding has been good. Apart from those two drop chances, the ground fielding has been good here from the Tigers side. 9 overs have been bowled, 58 for 2 Thunders. Well bowled, excellent bowling there. And looking for a couple of runs, maybe seizing on the opportunity. The fielders in deep, and they are very quick runner between the wickets. Gets it. That's good, but this was a good ball. This is exactly what I was mentioning. Although you have got 2 runs over there, but this is just creating a little dilemma. Skeptical about whether to come forward or lay back, and just around at the fourth or fifth stump outside the line of off stump, a perfect off spinner's ball. That's what you need to concentrate more often. 60 for 2. Both are going nicely side order. Parker has moved on to 26 of 24. Well played. Flicked away on the pads, and it might be just a single. Yes, single. It is going to be straight to Balakrishna Darkar over the square leg region. Another single down the ground. They are actually at the moment they know these are not the best spinners in the camp of the Tigers. So they are just milking away with singles on this wicket, which is not much to offer for the spinners. That's well bowled. That's well bowled. Very well bowled here. Well caught in two minds whether to come forward or lay back. In the end, nowhere in the position to play that, looking for a single there on the offside. Punching it and gets a single in the mid-wicket region. It's the way the match is progressing deep down. I feel the Tigers are searching for a wicket. There is almost like the fifth and sixth bowling option is fifth and sixth bowling option that has been opted and is currently going on for the team of the Tigers, and there is also opportunity of scoring runs. 3 overs each for Jamir Carroll and Balakrishna Darkar out of the way. And now it is Dinraj Paikot who is in the crease. That is the end of 10 overs, the halfway marks. Is now time for the drinks to come on the field. And 78 runs needed of 60 balls with 8 wickets and for the team of Thunders. That's the poor delivery here from Ketan Kunde. If begins his a spell and he bowls one down the leg side, just had to put bat onto it and gets the boundary. Well, the, such deliveries are going to just ease the pressure on the batters, which has been tried here by the captain to mount, keep on, and just increase the difference between the runs required and the balls. But if we keep bowling like this, there will be hardly any pressure. They are still in the game, I'm telling you, the Tigers. Because if there is another wicket that goes out, I'm sure Vaibhav is going to get the fielders back very much close into the catching position with his style of captaincy that he's known for. Sailor Parker has raced on to 28 and is Roshan Naik batting on 9. Another one clipped, bowling down the leg side, maybe trying to bowl straight, but both of the deliveries have straight down. It's been worked very well for a boundary, now a single. Down the leg side. That's the problem with him. Captain is having a word. I've got the fielders on the offside, and you can't bowl it over there. This will be easy runs here. We can't afford to concede boundaries in every over. If we need to win this, we have to pile up the pressure. And it's the dot balls. Keep bowling the dot balls. If you are going to give easy wides and down the leg side, these runs, it becomes very easy for the batters. Another one down the leg side should be an easy single. Even though Vaibhav is one of the quickest around as a wicket keeper, is not happy. Is definitely not happy with Ketan at the moment, and he's always, I mean, animated. He is expressive. Don't lay back his expressions. We have seen one more occasion that was when that was a very close match against the Stallions when Balkrishna Darkar after the six from Nikhil Virjinkar he took it out, but then the umpire interfered. Yeah, that's why. That's poor bowling here. And just because it's Vaibhav Naik, the specialist wicket keeper, he has saved his 4 runs. He's absolutely upset with the bowling of Ketan Kunde. And that expression says it all. I've got you here for some reason, but it's not working. .72 on the board. It's straight back. Lovely shot. A single will take the score to 73. Well, we will update you for all the viewers, listeners who are watching this match on Goa Livecast. There's some hiccup in the software, and that's the reason why we are on course. We'll get the scoreboard ready for you. But meanwhile, you can hear me and get updated with the scores. Whacked away on the leg side. It's good innings from Sailor Parker. At a time when 2 wickets were lost, they needed to resurrect this innings. They have got a good batting. They have got big hitters. But sometimes when 2 wickets are lost, you need a 30-40 partnership. And that's where you are giving your lower order as well as the power hitters chance later on. So conserving wickets was also important. So marks the end of another over. 11 overs is 75 for 2. Sanat Kamath, a change of hands for him, brought from the far end. We have bowled. We've seen the game so far of 11 overs. This run chase, and both the batters are looking confident now. Getting a single. That's much better. That's much better here. Not because he has missed, but this trajectory and this line, exactly where the fielders will come into effect. So keep it slightly away from Sailor or Parker. Close to his body, he's got strong muscles and backs a punch while hitting. So keep it slightly away from his body, and that's what he's been doing. Much better. 2 dot balls. Keep bowling those dot balls, and you can see wonders happening. The batter will do something different. Sometimes the well set batter, who is going almost run a ball, is inching closer towards his 30, will try and do something different. That's exactly what I was meant. And this is a 3 dot ball. Side wall of Parker feeling little itchy. There will be some butterflies in the tummy, whether I go for the big one, big launch. The man very close to a short mid-on position has been sent in the mid-wicket. Good over here from Sanat Kamath. 3 dot balls. What's coming up here? He goes. There's a chance. There's a big chance there. And that's been taken. I told you these 3 dot balls has worked in the minds of Sahil Parker. He decides to go the aerial way, and the plan has worked. That's why Vaibhav Naik wanted him to bowl those dot balls. He bowled excellently just around the wideish off stump line, and this time was tossed up, man placed in a deep, and a very, very good catch. It was coming very hard and very fast towards him. Sahil Parker, in spite of spending so much of time on the crease, has succumbed to the pressure created by Sanat Kamath and Vaibhav Naik, and that's the 3rd wicket down at 76. So the wicketkeeper batter, Saish Mamre, comes at number 5. The partnership was really going good. Not too quick, but they were keeping the pace. The asking run rate was also not too high. Just at 142 runs required. And if you see 66 runs needed in 49 balls, quite gettable with one good innings of around 25, 30 in around 20 balls at a strike rate of 150. I think that will do the job here for this team. Good field placement here for Saish Mamre straight away. Well bowled. Just looking excellent over here from Sanat Kamath. Just concedes 1 run and picks up the wicket of Sahil Parker. Breaks the partnership. 12 overs gone. 76 for 3. 66 runs needed in the next 48 balls. It's cracked off the back foot, but straight to the fielder. Now getting Mrunmay Das, a very effective bowler and very experienced campaigner. Bowled for many of the seasons in MCL. and he's up against Roshan Naik. In fact, Saish Mamre. In fact, Roshan Naik was on the crease and gets the single down. This is a crucial phase. The next 3 overs, if there is a couple of wickets up of falling here for the Tigers camp, I see this match going right down the 20th over. It won't be that easy. It's another good field setting here. Where 4 men just closing one for the lofted shots, for the drives, or maybe for the back foot punch. If he goes, they want him to go play like this. That's good shot. That's full power, going deep into the crease, making use of the crease, and whacking it over the at mid-wicket boundary. That's excellent batting. Really good here from Saish Mamre. You know what was the plan, and gets into the position. So one now man moves from the offside to the leg side because of the uppy shot that was slightly played, and that opens the fielding on the off. Another one not connecting that well. Is trying to lay back on the back foot, and he knows that the bowler is not bowling too fast. So he's got a little bit of time as well to play that shot off the back foot. Good contest going on. At least the Tigers are fighting. It's not that they are giving away. If you see the Stallions, there was hardly any fight back from them. They just played in. That was almost very close to that long on region. Was just falling short. Well batted by Roshan. He's also looking to play more shots now. He's going run a ball. Stark contrast to the approach of the Stallions, as well as now you are talking about the Tigers, because they are not giving it away in spite of scoring 141, and that is what is required. It's not about what has been posted. Not every game you are going to get 180, but whenever you are scoring low totals, 140 and 50, you got to defend it. You got to come hard. Don't give it away into the opposition camp easily, just like Avengers just walk through straight within 15 overs. So Tigers are definitely approaching this game wonderfully. 13 overs gone, 84 for 3, and there's another required run rate of 8.3. That is the asking run rate at this point of time. 58 of 42. '58 of 42, and Sanath, well, after his wonderful over, he has been asked to continue, and rightly so. In the air, just away from the fielder, he wanted to drive the ball. Good piece of fielding, good throw. Saish Mamre has overrun behind the wicket, so no chance for the second run there. Not convincing shot here from Saish. He just wanted to go loft it over the covers, his favorite zone, but sliced it towards the third man. Ground fielding has been good so far from the Tigers. They have stopped many of the boundaries. I think he's going to persist. That Ketan Kunde's over. He never got the confidence of the captain with his line and length. Just kept bowling down the leg side. That's the reason why he was immediately off the attack, and he's persisting with his spinners. So many spinners in the camp of many teams. So many off spinners here in this team. Left arm orthodox, 2 bowlers. A lot of variety. Weber also can roll his arm over if at all needed, but we need a specialist wicket keeper as well to keep. Too short. Opportunity not timed well, and just away from the reach. Might get a couple of runs if they run far. This is Mrunmay Das, who is not the swiftest fielder among all the Tigers. The 2 runs taken here. It was not the best of the deliveries. That was the opportunity to pounce on. It was almost was to be called a wide, way outside. Flight gone down and just going to be a single. Well, he's straight away looking to go for the scoring shots, and he's looking to play hard. And he does that way, and he's successful, Saish Mamre. He hits the ball hard. He loves to go after the bowling. Full toss ball that might just get a boundary. Fielder converging, just stopping the batters to a single. Good fielding so far in the deep from the Tigers camp. They are still not willing to lose hold of the grip. In spite of 7 wickets in hand of the Thunders, they are certainly taking the game very deep. You never know, 1 or 2 good overs where a couple of wickets are falling. Hoping for something to happen here. Another flight, nicely bowled. Looking for a quick single, and they get it easily in the end. Well bowled from Sanat Kamath. Well, he's growing in confidence here after his spell. Just the 13 runs conceded by Sanat Kamath in 3 overs and a crucial wicket. 14 overs have been bowled. 91 for 3. 51 needed in next 36 balls. Not difficult, but not too easy as well. We have got a very interesting match on our hands, which can go either way. If you look at the way the match has been progressing, although you see 141, but Tigers have certainly not given away this match, and they are fighting it out. Last 6 overs from the commentary box end. "91 for 3 in 14 overs, 51 needed in the next 36 balls. What are the calculations? What are the options? 3 overs each for Jamir Khelwal and Balakrishna Odarkar. I think Pinty might just bowl 1 more over. Ranmay Das so far into his 3rd over. I don't think so he's going to go away with Ketan Kunde. Spinners have done a good job. Whacked away. Man in the deep. Cut that off to a single. He wanted to get that gap, but got it straight to the fielder. Looking to play more shots now, Saish Mamre. And he's better off playing more shots as he is attacking by nature. He loves to score and scoring shots on the leg side. Well stopped, but I think they will get a single. So far, he's not into the wickets column, but spinners have bowled decently. Just the advantage for the Thunder side is 7 wickets in hand, and both these batters have got enough time to get towards the 35. Driven nicely. Looking for one expensive over from someone which costs somewhere around 15 runs, which will get this asking run rate well under control. But who is it going to be? Whom they are going to target? It's off the back foot, straight down the ground. Another single. It's all been singles in this over so far. 4 singles of the first 4 balls, moving the score to 95. Searching for that boundary. The asking run rate was 8.5, close to 9 runs per over before beginning of this game. If they don't get 8 runs in this over, it might slightly creep up a bit close to 9. That's in the air. That should be a chance. Or he's going out of the park. What a catch. Well judged. Very close to the rope. perfectly positioned, and the Tigers are roaring. Saish Mamre thought he has connected it sweetly, but Mrunmay Das has got rid of Saish Mamre. What a wicket here. What a timely wicket for the Tigers to just lift their morale. They are hanging on nicely here and taking wickets at regular interval. Saish Mamre departs. It's 95 for 4. Lot of flight. He backs himself. Well caught. Very well caught. The rope was very close behind him, but he judged it nicely. Important catch. 95 for 4. So moving nicely here, this game. New batter comes in, the left-hander. Ved Mamre, the big hitter, but he's also a good nudger of the ball. Whenever opportunity will come, he's definitely going to go for these lofted ones. Web of Nike still has got in and outfield, good field, because men are in the catching position. Although it is short covers and short mid wicket, but they are in the catching position, not defensive. A lovely shot over the covers, might get a boundary. No, well fielded. Once again, couple of runs taken. Immediately gets into the action here with Mamre getting couple of runs over the extra cover region. 2 runs, and that finishes the over. 97 for 4. 6 runs coming off it, and a wicket for the Tigers. So 5 overs remain and 45 runs needed. Exactly 9 runs per over. Roshan and Ved both. Roshan is well set. Ved is very fresh onto the wicket, but he doesn't require too much of time to go for the big one. So both looking for shots now and looking for more scoring shots. That's what they require. 103 for 4, 15.3. Roshan is just going above run a ball on 28 of 26. So 2 men in the short covers for that lofted drive that he likes to go against the spinners. That can give him a boundary or a 6 to give a good finish. The asking run rate is not huge in a situation like this one. 39 needed of 27, something around 9 runs per over is not difficult with 6 wickets in hand when most of the teams have got batting almost about 8-9 players. Gets one down the ground. Still not afraid to toss the ball at this point of time. One not 5 for 4. 1 ball to go off Sanat, and he has been asked to bowl his 4 overs. So 4 overs for Sanat Kamath, just because he has bowled well, and captain felt that maybe he can give me another wicket, but that does not happen as he finishes his quota of 4 overs. Very economical spell from Sanat Kamath, kept it very tight. Not too many loose deliveries on offer for the batters to score runs. 16 overs are done away with. 106 for 4. The Thunders. Another 36 runs needed of the next 4 balls at exactly 9 runs per over. so they are going to fly too much against Ved Mamre. I think he's going to go for this over. Certainly looking to get down this asking run rate to less than 9 runs per over. Sliced away, pace provided, and that's an easy boundary. Well, he just needed to maybe bowl slightly pitched up further, slightly short, width given, and just a late cut. Smart batting, I must say, from Ved Mamre. Yeah, that's very smart. A lot of width was given to the batter. I knew that there was no one there deep down. So getting the boundary of the second ball in spite of conceding a dot of the first. I think he feels here that the batter is going to go after him and he's not afraid to bowl in his arc. He's afraid to bowl in his arc. Let's see whether he bowls this one slightly wideish. Most thought of, I feel he's going to push it more in the Yorker area. Yeah, that's what he's looking to do. There's been. Oh, that is sloppy. That is sloppy. That's a big blunder in the field when we have seen such a good ground fielding effort. Well, you need to focus more, mates. That's the second boundary. That's a gift here given to Ved Mamre. Well, it's nicked in between his legs. That's poor effort. Another one straight down. This will go flat. 6 runs all the way. That's what happens. A boundary given, and now the full toss that has been whacked over the top. A stunning batting from Ved Mamre, and this I think this is just the scoring that was required. They have accelerated now, and this asking run rate is going to come down drastically. They have high hopes on the Ved Mamre to get those sixes and boundaries and get to somewhere around 200 strike rate, which he's doing at the moment. That's too short. That's too short. That is too short. That's straight into the ESI camp. The match is gone. Fabulous striking and the great execution. What a lift here from Ved Mamre. You can't bowl it over there. That's half tracker. That's deserved a punishment. And this over has taken the game away from the Tigers. That's hit me wherever you want. And that's gone from the ground on the roadside. The ball is gone for a toss. And will require a new ball, new replacement. But the match here is, I feel this is going to come to an end soon. 126 for 4 with just 16 runs away. So asking run rate with those 3 shots has come down drastically. .126 for 4, just 16 runs away. Thunder's looking strong now. So lovely batting here, driving easily. He knows that the pressure is gone, and now the wheels are coming off the fielders. You can see the wheels are coming off. They understand that it's just gone in this over away from their side. 128 for the loss of 4 in 17 overs, and just 14 runs needed in the next 18 balls. So just 14 runs needed here of the next 18. The previous over was very, very expensive, and now Vaibhav Naik comes in, given the job of keeping. So Rajaram Konekar has been asked to do the job of a wicket keeper. Too short. Vaibhav Naik might be a couple of runs in the deep and gets it easily. Fielder was deep onto the rope. Vaibhav is just the last throw of the dice here from the captain. Last throw of the dice. Just hoping for a couple of wickets and making this match a little interesting. Just 12 needed of 17. Ball kept low, but I watched it. And there's going to be a single. Impact created by Ved Mamre has been immense. Within no span of time, he has got the asking run rate drastically down by spanking a couple of sixes and a couple of boundaries in that Dinraj Khoth over. And he just knows we are in a commanding situation to win against a side that has won 2 out of 2. But one thing for sure, I think his team has given it a good fight back. At almost before Dinraj Khoth over, they were well in the game. It's just that Thunders have got a good batting lineup, and those two partnership has got them back in the game. They lost a couple of wickets quite early in the power play overs, but it was Roshan and Sai Lordwell Parker's very cautious approach and a decent partnership got them back. Drift away on the leg side. Just a single. Roshan is tired. He's batted for quite a long time, almost about 1 hour or so on the crease. Batted for 29 deliveries, run hard between the wickets. He knows that now it is much more relaxing after those big lofts from Ved Mamre. Just 10 needed of the remaining 15 balls. Looking for the sweep fine, but missing on that occasion. A dot ball for Vaibhav Naik. Next over, we might just see Balkrishna Odorkar coming into the attack. Yes, lofted. This might just go out of the pocket. It's going to take a no dropped. Dropped, and it's going to be a single. Vaibhav just creating the opportunity there, and that's been dropped. And captain saying, I just got myself just for the very reason to get a wicket here, and he has taken a good catch earlier on at the long on region. This was much simpler than that. This was not traveling quickly. Drop chance. Gets 1 run, and now just 9 needed. Required runs in a single digit. 9 of 13. That's over the cover. That's his strong side. This should be a boundary. There's stunning batting here from Ved Mamre. He continues to rule against the bowlers of Tigers immediately when it's come onto the crease. And he has got it in absolute control for the team of Thunders. 137 for 4 is we end up after 18 overs. Just 5 runs needed in the next 12 balls. And it's going to be Roshan Naik will be on strike and batting on 33. So just 5 runs needed. So they are trying a bowler here. They know that the match is definitely not in this favor at this stage. So just trying Pranav Dhuri to bowl that one over the penalty mate. Just 5 required of 12. Can he take the match into the last over? It's very much a confident victory for the Thunders. They batted really well. The pressure was put on by the Tigers and the entire camp. The bowlers looked very good, but they hung on tightly. They hung on nicely over there. and some good partnership has got the game deep, and then it was with Mamre's. That's over. That's all over here. That's gone over the top, and that's a big finish here from Roshan Naik. That's too slow, too short, and that's been powerfully hit away towards the backward square leg region for a big strike, and that is all over. So now today, all the teams have been defeated in MCL season 11. Tigers were the only team undefeated with 2 victories in 2 matches, and they lose here in this game, the third one against the Thunders. So what a victory here for the Thunders to lift their morale. They bowled really well. 141 was never enough on a wicket like this one, which has seen 180 being chased just the previous day. But Tigers, I think they were really good in bowling department, and also the captaincy from Vaibhav Naik is not given, is not bound down without a fight, and that is the positive that need to be taken out of this ma'am for the Tigers. But batting certainly not clicked the way they were hoped for. The Thunders is almost close to a perfect game, where they finished with almost 11 balls left. So that's how the team standing at the moment. Team Tigers, well, overall not net run rate is not the best for them. It's in negative. They move into number 5, whereas Avengers are leading. Very strong net run rate, 1.636, and the Royals at number 2, Thunders at number 3 after this victory, and the Knights at number 4. So this is the position, this is the standing of the league tables at this moment, when all the teams have played 3 games each. So I'll see you now heading straight into the presentation ceremony. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Test, test, test. Test, test. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the post-match presentation ceremony here for the match just now conducted between the Tigers and the Thunders. So not a imposing total posted by the team of Tigers, just 147, which was not good enough on this week. But it was a wonderful fight back by the bowlers from the Tigers to take the game slightly deep. But in the end, the batting strength of Thunders took the game away and won the game quite comprehensively, keeping almost 11 balls spare. So meanwhile, we have got our guest for today's function, Sri Deepak Naik, who is a senior member of MCC. I request Amod Burkar to kindly escort our guest for today's function, and also requesting both the captains to be ready for the presentation ceremony. Meanwhile, I like to have a word with the winning captain, Sudhir Sheth. Well, congratulations, Sudhir bhai. Wonderful bowling performance to restrict a pretty strong and formidable batting lineup. They had won the toss and opted to bat first, hoping to put a total of 170, 175 plus. But I think bowlers did a magnificent job.
Oh yes, Tigers is definitely one of the most strongest team of the tournament. We had our plans for them. We had decided a couple of days how we are going to tackle. All our bowlers bowled exceptionally well. I must mention Nikhil, who we had thought of. We had given him a role, and he fulfilled that role to the best of his potential and to that of the team. We are really happy for his progress. The other bowlers also really bowled well. I must mention. I thought we were a little down on the fielding. We need to improve on that. But 140 is what we were hoping at the beginning of the toss. That this is what we should be defending, and we were happy with the progress. Sir.
And getting the second victory was very important because that reconciles and you can make a plan here and what is the combination right going ahead into the second leg. And overall, if you see the wonderful performance in batting, you were under the pump, under the pressure from the bowlers at one point of time. That was countered very well by the middle order, and then a great finish by Ved Bamre.
So yeah, we wanted all our batters to get into form. This is one of the most crucial games. Going in, every game is like a knockout now. And last match was a real heartbreak. We were almost there, and they took us right away, right below our nose. But this match, we wanted our players like Ved, Roshan, Sahil, Om, all to get into a good touch. Everybody's looking good now. So we are really confident going into the next.
Congratulations to the and thank you very much. I'll request Vaibhav Naik to have a word with us. Well, Vaibhav not having the best of the day. You won the toss, opting to bat first, hoping to get 170. But I think you were far below par, but still gave a good fight back in the second innings.
Well, our entire performance hold ourselves, and we are looking forward for and with this match, I think Thunders have bowled very beautifully. We couldn't capitalize in the power play. There were mini collapse in the middle order as well. Very good defending. A few basics of fielding, if we would have done properly, I think we would have won the game.
Yes, a good field set here in spite of 141. You are in the game up to maybe 15, 16 overs. But then you expect when Ved Bamre is there, he is going to launch in at least 1 over. But what was the take when the bowlers were being rotated and you think that you were in the game in the second innings at most part of the time? Just that catching could have been much better.
Yeah, when I say basics of the field, would refer to the fielding with basic long barriers, the basic cup size catches, and intensity.
And definitely because still a long way to go. You were at number 1 before this game starts, and now you are at number 5 because of the net run rate of the other team. So that also is very important. Delaying the defeats and also whenever the opportunity comes, finish the games early.
Well, yes, I have never factored those net run rate, particularly when I'm playing. Either you win and get into the top 1 or 2 and then qualify for the qualifiers. I wouldn't like to rest myself on 3rd and 4th position and rely on the run rate. I hope we better ourselves and just win.
Luck next time. Hard luck for this game. So that was of Tigers. Meanwhile, now it's time to announce the player of the match. Well, there were wonderful performances from Thunder's side. Overall, good bowling performance from many. But finally, it's a handy contribution with the and coming in and finishing the game as well. Up 1 wicket. It is Roshan. Roshan Naik picking up the player of the match for the finish, staying and crafting in the middle overs and then waiting till the end and finishing off in style, as well as that one wicket which he chipped in. So congratulations, Roshan Naik. Okay, now it's time. Yes, Roshan, you're going? Okay, thank you. But there are two more awards to be given away. There are two more awards to be given away for the best bowler and the best batter. Okay, because we have done away with 3 rounds. And it's now time to announce for the best bowler. Best bowler after 3 rounds of bowling and 3 rounds of games is Amod Borkar, who is going to take the cap on his head for wonderful bowling performances. Right now leads the chart as far as the wickets is concerned. Very good economy as well, Amod. And here it is, Amod wearing that cap for his brilliant show with the ball. And now it's time to announce the best batter. This red cap for the best batter. And once again, it is the team that is leading by far margin in terms of the overall net run rate. And is once again in the Avengers camp. Dr. Venkatesh Nevgi, Dr. Vicky Nevgi is leading the top of the chart with 110 runs in this game. So I'll request Amod Borkar to kindly take it as a captain and hand over to his opening batter. Dr. Vicky Nevgi looking in stunning form. Player of the match in today's victory for the Avengers. So congratulations to both Avengers players, the captain, skipper and the opponent. While it's time to say goodbye. And Shambakir, I see you on Wednesday night for one more game at MCL Season 11. Good 5 from Harish Kakurkar.